Yo, it's definitely the Cloud Chaser TV, man.
Previously in part 1, we found out from Robert Ross, also known as Stutterbox, a Main Street Mafia crip and Wack 100's neighbor, that Wack 100 or CS2 Back got his house raided for getting caught on a wiretap on a conspiracy to commit murder.
What is it exactly you want to clear out? And I air it out, clear it out, however it got to go.
On the video, when you said something about conspiracy to murder, what actually did you hear on audio of Wack 100 that the feds had, but haven't charged him for conspiring to murder?
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap with Dog. You know, he allegedly gave Dog my address, homie. If I get killed, whoever gave him my address gonna get conspiracy to murder. But if I don't get killed, they can get conspiracy to attempted murder because they shot up my Rolls Royce, put 17 holes in my Rolls Royce.
Let's play Stutterbox talking to Wack.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, though, Box. Help me understand this, because me and you both know that whole case was your thing. What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
wouldn't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. He said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your call. Dog said he was cool. He didn't want to talk to you in the paperwork.
Mark
That's what
tried
you said is going off of what...
That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
Because they said when Dog called you, his phone was hit. That's how they got on your line.
No.
That's what they say, Wack.
No.
As you can see by now in this first part, Stutterbox clearly implicates Wack 100 into this case, not only in an interview with Duse M's and Stats 280, but also right to Wack's face on the recorded phone call. In part 2 of this video, let's take a look at the actual paperwork from the case, which exposes Wack 100 as a confidential source in the Main Street Mafia Crips case.
We're finna get into the paperwork. The paperwork is a transcript of a wiretap. And once I get into this paperwork, you're gonna understand that Back was one of the names that the feds used for confidential source number 2. So Back Wack also says CS2 Back. CS2, for those who don't understand law, is code word for confidential source. But once I get into this paperwork, you're going to understand that Back was one of the names that the feds used for confidential source number 2. So Tiny Draws told that nigga, you on paperwork, nigga. Yo, what's up, Back? What's up, Back? And didn't nobody understand why he was calling him Back.
You lying. Are you dumb or something?
How young Back?
Go ask
How
your
young Back?
uncle if he didn't see my daughter.
How young Back? Let's talk about it, little Back.
Who's Back? I don't know.
You know who Back is.
I don't know.
You know
who that
exactly
is.
who Back is, nigga.
I don't know who that nigga is.
You know exactly who Back is. Stop playing
I
these
don't
games,
know
nigga.
who that nigga is.
You know about Marky Mark. You know about Stutterbox. You know about Dale Dog Back. Stop playing these games, nnigga. Stop playing these weird ass games, nigga. Yeah, stop playing these games, nigga.
Hold on, what Stutterbox got to do with something?
Yeah, you.
Hey, what Stutterbox?
Man,
got to
put
do
that
with
on Pyro.
But
Put that on Pyro.
Stutterbox just
That's
called
gonna be
my
another
phone.
story we gonna talk about
Hey,
later.
what Stutterbox got to do with something?
He got. I'm talking about that paperwork, nigga. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You saying I'm on paperwork?
Bro, am I lying? Put that on Pyro,
you saying
not.
Wax on paperwork?
Put that on Pyro, you not.
Put that on 6-0 Wax on
Put on 6-0
paperwork.
Crip. Nigga, you on paperwork. Put that on Pyro,
6-0,
you not.
put that on.
Man,
Now
put that
you
on
gotta
Pyro that
produce
you
it.
not on that case.
Produce it.
Put that on Pyro that you not on that case.
You know I'm the one got told on,
Put
right?
that on Pyro, you didn't make statement.
So Tiny Draws said that the nigga name was Back and that he was on paperwork. Well, the paperwork is a transcript of a wiretap. And it's from Dale from Main Street Mafia case, rest in peace. So we goes to the first page and it has the session 18202. This is the wiretap. Date and time 8/5/2008 through 9/22/38 to 9/29/39. Duration 7 minutes, 1 second. This is the feds breakdown. Dale tells Stevens that your boy Box, referring to Stutterbox, we can all agree to that, right? Went south. Back wants Dale's phone number. Back needs to talk to Dale. It's important. Back Wack, right? But it also says CS2 Back. CS2, for those who don't understand law, is code word for confidential source. number 2.
At some point, you get a phone call from Wack 100, Cash Jones. What did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Dell Dog, rest in peace. I got the whole transcript, transcripts of the whole wiretap. Lawyers that was involved, they was able to get the discovery.
When you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap? Do you see your conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts?
Paperwork, they put him as Back. B-A-C-K. I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is, I ain't talked to no Back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as Back because he a blood.
Was this Back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
So, you get into it. Dale talks about Box incident and Back wanting to talk to Dale. Wack wanted to talk to Dale Dog. Mafia talk and someone talking too much. Box with a question mark. Sound like Back, which is Wack, has info on Stutterbox and talking about phone lines being compromised. So Wack is wanting to talk to Dale Dog, so he goes through the Mafia's talk, who we gonna use as Mafia talk for this, not to involve nobody else, right? He tell Mafia talk, look, I need to talk to Dale Dog. That nigga Stutterbox went bad. Well, Wack knows Stutterbox because that's his neighbor. In fact, that's how Wack even know Dale Dog. So the only way you would know that the wires is tapped, and the only way that you would know that Stutterbox had went bad, nigga, is if you done went and talked to them people. Wack admitted that he did go talk to them people on the 64th floor.
Raided my motherfucking crib, didn't find nothing. Cut my wife up, searching, going through everything. They ain't found nothing. When I went down to the federal building with my attorney to get my shit they took out of my office, every bitch was on that floor with FBI flak jackets on. That's the first thing I saw. I'm like, damn.
It goes into saying Box punked the gang. 2 messages on Mark's phone. Mark is involved on the gang business and operations due. Back is calling on another line to Mark. It says, hit me about 3 times. He want me to give you a number, so I'm calling to clear with you. First, before. So Dale Dog was like, I'm cool on that, brother. Right? Nigga, he don't even want Wack to know his number. So the nigga Mafia, he come back and say, oh, okay, you don't want? All right, so you don't want to do no hollering, all right. He said, what's up with you though, man? Dale Dog changed the subject. So the dude Mafia style say, what we'll talk, man, you know, I just need to know, man, you when I talk to Back, which is Wack 100, I'm just gonna tell that nigga, man, oh man, well, you know, homie, you been on the phone with Dude, and you know, like basically you been on the phone with Stutterbox, and you know, like, you know what? I'm saying you right, man. No telling what lies he told a nigga on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So they already own Stutterbox and Wack 100. And then also this Dale Dog. And then when you call the dude, you make the dude talk about certain stuff on the horn, you know? You know that's what they got going on. He talking about Stutterbox and Wack 100 got that going on. I ain't got no time for this dude. So then Mafia style say, I mean, you know that's good information. See, now I know how to, like I said, I ain't helping the Wack boy in a minute. The Wack boy in a minute. You know what I'm saying? He called me out of the blue yesterday. Not yesterday, last night. Left me 2 messages. And this morning. And I just need to know how to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? Nigga probably said, man, nigga going to jail, you know? Laugh. The nigga got to laugh. So that's the first page. Hold on, we ain't finished. We got some more shit that's gonna talk about that. Or confidential source number 2, aka Wack 100. Go to the next page with other leaders of the Lawrence Gang organization. CS2 is able to provide limited information regarding violent assaults committed by the mainstream Mafia Crip, including shootings, burglaries, and murders. Confidential source 2 is unwilling to testify in court against members of mainstream Mafia Crip because confidential source 2 is fearful of retaliation against confidential source 2. and or confidential source 2 family. Tiny Draws called that nigga back because he already has seen this, bro. That nigga wasn't capping, and he knew he could stand on that. Wack 100 is confidential source number 2.
They put him as Back. B-A-C-K. I kept asking the lawyer, like, I ain't talked to no Back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as Back because he a blood.
They say that he provided reliable information previously. The nigga say confidential source number 2 has provided reliable historical information concerning the Main Street Mafia organization. However, confidential source 2 is only aware of certain aspects regarding the organization's criminal activity and narcotic distribution network. So he only know a little bit about how they move and work. Confidential source 2 has no knowledge or information regarding the methods in which narcotics are being transported to the Los Angeles area and distributed to Main Street Mafia Crip gang members. Additionally, confidential source 2 is unable to provide information regarding the narcotic customers, flows of narcotic proceeds, and methods that they are using to laundering their narcotic proceeds. Confidential source 2 is only able to identify a limited number of Main Street Mafia Crip gang members. Confidential source 2 is unable to provide specific information regarding the organization's extortion activities, methods of monetary collections and distribution of proceeds, because he ain't from Main Street. He only was dealing with the nigga Stutterbot. This nigga Wack 100 been on paperwork. Confidential source number 2, aka Back, aka Wack 100. He was the one calling the Main Streets trying to get in contact with Del Dog, saying that Stutterbox told him. When Wack asked for the number, he refused. He told the homie, nah, nigga, this nigga been on the phone with him, nigga. That's how I met him through that nigga. If Stutterbox, and he could be a rat and all that, that don't mean he lying about Wack 100 being on a wiretap talking about conspiracy to murder. That holds the same exact time as a murder, a life sentence. And if that's what you on wiretap for, and if that's what they came for you for, then how you out of jail?
Coming up in part 3, Deuce M's and Stats 280 speak exclusively with the last key remaining character in this case. And the person Wack 100 directly calls on the wiretap according to the paperwork, Money Mark Stevens. In this bombshell interview, Shaq's business manager Mark Stevens exposes Wack 100 aka Cash Jones, the former Death Row affiliate and Pacoima Piru blood, as a confidential informant for the FBI with detailed corroborating evidence and paperwork that leaves no doubt that Wack 100 is in fact confidential source number 2 or CS2 Back.